Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at operators. Now, what is an operator in C programming language? An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical functions. Types of operators. Now we have the first one, which is the arithmetic operators. These are operators which we use in performing calculations like arithmetic calculation, the plus sign, the minus sign, the division sign, the modulation sign. The second one is the relational operator. This is a kind of operator in which we use to compare values, whether value A is greater than value B, or whether they are the same thing, do you get, or whether they are not the same thing. Okay, we will go into details later. Now, the logical operator is used to also compare two values, whether the first or the value A is the same with the value B, but it doesn't do anything, like it doesn't work as the relational operator does, but this does it in a logical way. We have the AND operator, we have the OR operator, and we have the NOT operator. So this works with zeros and one, off and on, true or false. Don't know whether you are familiar with these concepts. Now, the next one is the assignment operator. The assignment operator is used to assign values to your variables. Okay, there are different kinds of assignments, okay, which we will look into. The next one is the bitwise operator and miscellaneous operators. Okay, we will cover all these things, some of these things in this video and the rest in another video. The first operator that we will look into is called the arithmetic operator. So let me comment it here. Arithmetic operator. Okay. Arithmetic. What is wrong with, okay. The arithmetic operator comprises of the plus sign, the minus sign, division sign as well, the multiplication sign, the modulus sign. Am I missing any other one? Plus, minus. Okay, division sign, the modulus sign. So if I remember more, I think this is all. Okay, so let's work on these 5 operators here right now, which are under the arithmetic operator. Let's declare the variables that we will use, which I will use x, y, x, then int y, then int z. Okay, so I will also declare, okay, let me just use these 3. Then after that, we want to do the addition operation. We want to perform an addition operation. Now, this z here is going to be holding the whole value, which I will say total. Let me just rename it to total. So this total is going to have the total of this, maybe the minus, the result of the minus of this, the addition of this, or the multiplication of this. The total is going to hold it. So, and all these are all int, so the total as well is going to be of an integer data type. I write total, then I want to do the addition operation. Then this, okay, let me initialize it as well as I declared it. I wanted to initialize it later on, but let me do it in one line. Then I now call x plus y So this is how to use this plus sign to actually add these two variables together. So you are adding this value 10 plus 20 with this value. Okay, so let us echo this. We're using D for this. Then I will echo total. Then I need a new line. Let me use print F for that. I need a new line. So okay, so what this does is that it creates a memory location of X of data type int, then assign this 10 to this X, then the same thing as the Y, assign 20 to Y. Then we declare a variable, also a memory location that houses whatever operation that we will be performing inside of or with these two variables. Then it will now print it out. This is the operation. These are called expressions though. So it will now print out the total on the screen and it will create a new line for us. Okay, so let's run this code. Everything is looking good. Let's check whether it's true. So it's going to do X plus Y, which is 10 plus 20, which is 30. You can see 30 came out here. Now let me put some things here. The total is so that it will be nice. The outputs will be nice. The total is this. Okay, let me put it, make it more dramatic. The addition of X plus Y is okay, the addition of X plus Y is 30. So it doesn't actually matter whether X is in the front or Y is in the front or X is at the back. It will give us same 30. So you can see the addition of X plus Y is 30. So it doesn't matter the position of X and Y. What matters is this plus sign. You are adding X and this together. So that is what is printed out here, and you are assigning the results of these two to total, and total now prints it out for us. Okay, let me also add some. You can have as many variables that does, depending on what you are trying to do. What am I even going to add now? X, Y, A. So let me stop here. Okay, let me stop here. The only thing you have to do is just to come here and start adding Z plus what again? A. Z plus A. Okay, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, so Z plus A. So when we run this code, it's going to produce the same output but not the same result, because we have added like 31 to 30, so it's going to be 61 if I'm right. Okay, you can see the addition of X plus Y plus Z plus A is 61. So you can have as many of these variables. Just add them together like this. Make sure that this plus sign is in between them. Okay, so it will add successfully. The next one is we are going to, okay, let me change this total to total add. Okay, let me come here and say add again. Okay, the next one is going to be the subtraction. Let's give it a comment. Subtraction operation. I can't even spell subtraction. Subtraction. Okay, subtraction, not subtraction. Then I want to, okay, I have to change this again. Just anyway, if you change your variable name, anywhere it is referenced, you have to change them as well, unless you want to have error in your program. So let me go on to let me declare another variable of total minus. So this is going to hold our minus operation. So I now say total minus equal to x minus which one is okay, 21, which is the highest, so a minus y. Then after that I'll print it out on a new line. Let me do this in a more meaningful way. I put this new line inside here. I remove this guy. So it doesn't actually matter where you put this printout, it will actually print whatever that is there. So this goes with the addition. Likewise, this will go with the minus, subtraction. Okay, subtraction of a minus y is this minus. Okay, so let's run this code. You can see the addition of x plus this and this and this is 61, and the subtraction of a minus y is 1. So the value of a is 21 and the value of y is 20. So 20 minus 21, which is 1. You can actually get a what is it called, a negative sign value, which is totally acceptable in programming, okay, depending on what actually you are trying to use it for. Let's run this code. It's going to return -1. You can see it -1, okay, depending on what you are actually using it for. Okay, so that is that for the minus sign. So let's proceed with the division operator. Then I come down here, I comment division operator. Then I declare my integer of total division, total dev. Then after that I will now call it up, the total dev, okay, equal to. So what are we going to use to divide now? Let's divide x, let's divide everything by 2, x, y, z and a. Let's divide it by 2 and we assign the whole value to this total dev. So x is what, 10, x divided by 2. Okay, so we go like this. Okay, let's just do it one after the other. When x divided by 2, I will print it out. When y is divided by 2, we will also print it out. Okay, there is an operator which is one of the assignment operator that we can actually use to assign multiple values to this dev, but we have not actually gotten to that lesson right now. So I will just put a bunch of print statements here. that will print each of this division. Okay, so division 1, when we get to that, I will let you know. Okay, x divided by 2 is total dev. Then after that, let me copy this, then y divided by 2 is total dev. So then yz divided by 2 z is divided by 2. Then the last one is a divided by 2. The last one should be a divided by 2. A divided by 2. So I have to put a new line here so that each of these, okay, let me run this without a new line so that you see what the importance of adding a new line. Okay, when you have multiple values being printed out, you should always add a new line. Okay, I think everything is fine. Then let me run this. Now you can see what is happening. Subtraction of this is -1. The division of 2x divided by 2 is this. You can see they are all in one line. So I want to make this very readable. Okay, I can't read that. If you can read that, me, I can't read that. So I put this new line character at the back here. So this will actually breaks the line into multiple lines, so that each of these printouts will be on its own line. So we can see it right now. The subtraction of a minus this is -1. The division of x divided by 2 is this. Y divided by 2 is this. Z divided by 2 is this. And a divided by 2 is this. Now let's come down here. Now a divided by 2. I want to emphasize on this a divided by 2. This a. Now a divided by 2 should give you 10 remainder 1. Okay, but that one has been thrown away. Why? Because we are using the division sign. Okay, when you use a division sign to divide anything, the remainder will be thrown away. It's going to be discarded. Now for you to get that remainder, you need to use the modulus operator, which is the percentage sign. Okay, let us just go there so that after the percentage, the modulus operator, then we can now do the multiplication sign. Let's go back to our, where's our CMD? Okay, now let's go down here and do this. Copy this. I know that the code is bulky. Okay, the code is bulky, but it's just simple mathematics. Okay, it's nothing to be overwhelmed about. So I put this modulus sign. This is called modulus sign. So this modulus sign, what it does is that it gets the remainder of any division. Only the remainder. If the remainder is 0, it will get it. If it is 1, it will get it. If it is 2 or 3 or 4, it will get it. The only function of this modulus sign, which is the percentage sign, is to get the remainder. Okay, so the division remainder of this modulus, this is okay. So let's run this. Okay, the division remainder of a, wait, I'm coming, of a divided by 2. Okay, that should work. The division remainder of a divided by 2 is 1. So if you divide anything that has a remainder using this division sign, is not going to get the remainder for you, to just get the whole number for you, okay? But the remainder will be discarded, okay? But when you want to get a remainder of any division, you will use the percentage sign to get the remainder. So the remainder of a divided by 2, okay, is going to be 1, which it is 1. So guys, this is how to get the remainder of any value. You use this percentage sign. Now let's go to the multiplication operator. The multiplication operator. Now this multiplication operator does only one thing. It multiplies our, okay, let me declare the variable that will hold our multiplication. I will just call it multi. Then this total multi is going to hold the multiplication of x multiplied by y multiplied by z, and also it will multiply by a. Yep. So then we now print it out. Let me copy. I'm being lazy by copying and pasting the multiplication of this. Let me paste this here. Is this total mod. So let's run this once more. The multiplication of x times y times z times a is 42,000. So guys, this is how we multiply in C or in any programming language. Now let me combine this operation or these operators into one expression, so that you will actually get the feeling of using this in your mathematical equations or any mathematical computation that you are trying to do. Now I now say double. I'm going to use double for this. Now double grand, the variable name is going to be grand. Now why I name it grand is that it's going to, this our expression that is going to be here is going to have multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and whatever we have. Okay, so now I said I will do something like x multiplied y divide by x, and you add z, and also add a. So this right now, I don't know the output of it. Okay, I don't know the output of this. This just came to my head. I said let me just do it, so that it's going to be so that you not have that feeling whether you are going to use each operator on its own. Do you get? So you have to, it is possible to combine the plus sign, the minus sign. Okay, I did not even put minus here. The minus sign, the addition sign in one expression. Okay, this is legal. Okay, but the results maybe is going to have a negative sign or is going to have a positive sign. Let's run the code and see. But first of all, let me change this grand total. Grand total is, so let's see what this grand total will give us. Gagam, 0. It gave us 0. Okay, let us remove this plus sign here, this plus a, Let's see what it will give us. 0. Whoa, is this code correct? Let me see. Grand. Okay, x is what? X is 10. Okay, 10 times 20. Okay, so after that we divide it by x, which will also give us that 20. Then we now minus it by x z, I mean to say, which is, oh, I brought my calculator up here. We said x times y. X is what? X is 10 times y, which is 20. Okay, which will give us 200. Then we now come here and say divided by x. X is what? X is 10 divided by 10. 200 divided by 10, which will give us 20. Then we now say that's minus z. So z is what? Z is 10. So when we now say minus 10, it should give us 10. So why is it giving us 0? Why is it giving us 0? Let's see what is happening here. This okay. So guys, that's what we call operator precedence. This operator precedence means that there is an order in which, or hierarchy in which it must go. Like there is one superior than the other, and then it will just be going like that. Okay, so that is why we are getting 0. Now let me just give you a brief hierarchy, okay, on this operator precedence. So the first one on the list, which is the main one that is going to be executed, is the parenthesis. If you have parenthesis in your expression, anything inside the parenthesis is going to execute first before going out of the parenthesis. I will explain. Then the next one is exponent. When you have an exponential values, that one is going to go after the parenthesis. Now the third one is the multiplication and division. Multiplication and division will go first. Then after that you will have the addition and subtraction. So addition and subtraction cannot go before multiplication and division, or on an exponent ratio or parenthesis. So let me explain this by bringing these guys together. Okay, now if we have something like this in our expression, this is going to evaluate first. So it's going to first of all times x times y. Now the value of this x times y is going to be used to divide x. Okay, now remember that if we have plus here, assuming we have okay, let me switch this and let's have plus here, I think. Okay, let's have division. Let's have division here. Let's have division here. Yeah, so the result of this, let me assume that this gives you 200, which is what it will give you. Okay, now it doesn't go to, it doesn't say 200 minus x, which is 10. No, it will just save that 200 here. It now jump this minus sign, because this minus sign and addition is the least in the hierarchy or in the order. Okay, so it will now go to this x divided by z. Now the value of this x, or the result of this x divided by z, is what it will use to minus the value of this guy here. So let me see whether I can actually do this here. Now the value of this will result to 200, then minus, right, minus x divided by z. Now the next one that is going to go is, it will evaluate this. It will not evaluate 200 minus x. No, it will jump this minus sign and evaluate this. So in that sense, it's going to be 200 minus x is 10. I think so. X is 10. Then 10 divided by 21. Oh, I've closed my. Let me reopen my calculator. 10 divided by 21 is going to give us remainder, something like. Okay, let's just say that this is 2. Okay, z is 10. See what I'm doing? Z is 10. So 10 divided by 10, right? So x divided by z. So 10 divided by 10 will give us 1. Then this value is this one. Right now you are done with the division sign, which supersede subtraction sign. Then it will now minus what is it called, 200 minus 1, which is 199. Okay, so let us run this and see what this actually with these brackets. So at the end of this, I believe is going to give us something like 199, okay, as the result of this grant. Let's run this. It's still giving us 0. So okay, let me cover this also. Let's see what it will give us. Why is it giving us 0? Double it's supposed to. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, this is it. My error was that I was using D for double. It's supposed to be F here. Yeah, so this is how it was, but I changed this to F. Let me see whether. Okay, you can see it gave us something, not 00. Okay, but the right data type for us to use is integer, is the right thing for us to use. Then let's run this code again. Then you can see it gave us 999. So this code runs perfectly. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share, like and subscribe, and when subscribing, turn on the notification bell so that you will get the latest updates. Thank you.